In 2012, Guy and Howard Lawrence released debut album Settle, working with an as yet unknown British vocalist named Sam Smith. Together they made a song called Latch that would change all of their futures. Latch, along with You and Me and White Noise, went #1 in the UK. The album went platinum in the US, reaching #1 on the Billboard Dance Chart, and it was nominated for Best Dance Electronica Album at the 2014 Grammy Awards. Now in 2015, Disclosure released new album Caracal, featuring famous collaborations with superstars including Sam Smith, Lorde, and Grammy Award-winning jazz singer Gregory Porter. I sat down with the boys to talk about their second full-length album, Caracal. Let's talk about the new album. The obvious question is, where did the name come from?
I'm not sure how I first came across them, but they've been my favourite animal for like a long time, like years and years and years. And so yeah, when it came to naming the album, we kind of had this thought that because we write with so many different singers on the record, they naturally all sometimes want to talk about their own lives, which means that it's not one concept running throughout the whole record. And so for that reason, we couldn't really name the record one thing that would like sum up all of that stuff without it being really self-indulgently long. So instead we thought we'd pick an artwork and then name the album after the artwork instead, and my favourite animal got the first choice.
Sam Smith is back again. I mean,
did he leave? Where did he
go?
go?
Sorry, exactly. That's a very good point.
He was just busy taking over the whole world.
That was my point. Was it difficult when because of course you recorded originally, and then you've got your next album coming out, and then he's exploded.
Yeah.
Was there almost a bit of like, I'm sorry, my schedule's just too busy?
Yeah, I mean, it's definitely difficult to track him down, but luckily for us, we have the same managers, so yeah, it's easy to slice schedules around. But yeah, I mean, we're just so happy for Sam. Like, I'm so happy to see him like doing what he's done, and seeing him so happy as well. And yeah, you know, we've become like really good friends. We talk a lot of the time. So yeah, you know, he was always going to be on our next record. Same way that we're probably going to help on his next record. You know, Howard wrote one of the songs on his current record, so and we all helped a bit with the Bond themes.
Latch is a bit of a catalyst because, of course, it sort of launched Sam, and also since then you guys have done incredibly well in America as well.
It was the start of everything, as well as Sam's career and the partnership of us and Jimmy as well. So super important song, and yeah, like you said, even though it took like 3 extra years, it did get big in America eventually.
This name Jimmy that keeps coming up. Tell us a little about your relationship there.
Jimmy Napes. Yeah, we ended up writing most of the vocal tracks on Settle with him, quite a few, all the ones that did well anyway. So we kind of figured out that he was a bit of sort of a very key part of the way we were going to have this kind of crossover between writing pop songs with our sort of underground housey vibe underneath it. And when it came to doing the second album, the one thing we decided was we wanted to do a very vocal-driven album, and more on the side of pop than underground, which is why there's no instrumentals on it. It's all songs, and so naturally we wanted Jimmy to be involved the whole time.
I thought that it would be easier than this. I thought my heart had grown colder, but the warmth of your kiss I can't dismiss. My past has left me bruised. I ain't hiding from the truth. When the truth won't let me lie right next to you.
I want to talk about another collaboration, Holding On with Gregory Porter. When I first heard that was coming out, it just made perfect sense, but how on earth did you make that happen?
I'd been a fan of Gregory for a long. I listen to a lot of jazz, and if you do that, Gregory's like the biggest name at the moment in vocal jazz. We just thought, well, why don't we just write one of those old R&B or soul songs and just sample our own tune. So that's what we did. Me and Jimmy got in the studio with Gregory with the intention of writing like a soul ballad, like not a Disclosure song. and that was called Holding On, and it was in a different key and at a different speed, but all the melodies were the same. And so we recorded that, and then me and Guy took the a cappella of our own song and essentially remixed it, and that became the original.
So you sampled yourself?
Yeah, pretty much.
Yeah. I just thought how great it would be to find a Gregory Porter a cappella in a stack of vinyl that no one had ever had. You'd be gassed. So that doesn't exist, so we thought we'd just make it.
But it's holding on, and it's holding strong, even though I tried to make it break.
I think when you're writing with someone who's so genre specific in that world, it's good to write along the lines of what they do. We do like to take people out of their comfort zones a bit, but with Gregory it was like, I want to write a jazz song.
Is that a sign of sort of your evolution as a team as well? The way that you're working now on this album versus previously?
I think like what we do, like we'll just change every album. Like with Settle, it was very balanced. Like we did a lot of everything together. This time we just decided like Howard really wanted to focus on his songwriting skills and his piano and his lyrics, and I just wanted to get better at producing. So yeah, I think we almost went off in two separate tangents to make it happen as a team. But yeah, maybe next time we'll like come back again, or maybe Howard will let me write all the words. He can make all the beats. Oh, end of career.
I'm glad you guys have such faith in each other.
Yeah.
Faith in certain areas.
Yeah.
Because I play the fool for you. Because I play the fool for you.
Collaboration you have done, I guess, is kind of a remix as well. F for You with Mary J. Blige.
Yeah.
What?
How?
How? What? This is amazing.
We had the original song and it was out, and we had a video for it and everything. And I think Mary said she just saw it on Vivo. I think she said.
Yeah. She was just sitting in her house watching music TV.
And so she just really liked the song and asked. She emailed our management asking if she could do a cover of it, and obviously they were like, well, yeah, sure, go for it. But strangely, she asked for all the individual parts of the song, like the kick drum and everything separate, like you would for a remix. And so we sent that to her as well, kind of wondering what she was going to do with that. And it turns out that she'd written all these new sections, with like a verse and then sung with me, and it was almost like a duet. And it was awesome. So we said, well, why don't you just send us what you've done and we'll reproduce it as a Disclosure song featuring you? And she was like, yeah, that'd be great.
Am I right? Is that the first song that you sang on? First that you put your vocals on?
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
And you ended up duetting with Mary J. Blige?
Yeah.
Technically, yeah.
2 years later. Yeah.
That's a good point. That's quite good, yeah.
Thank you very much for taking the time to talk to us.
No problem.
Anytime.
Thank you.